Yes, my people. See, boy, Rich, you already know what time it is, man. Today we got special new
You won't
episodes
stay on
of
there. You won't stay on there. Sorry.
what? How are you coming out of the podcast?
I forgot.
You
Won't.
get me? Yeah,
Eh?
you know what I mean. You have to be in. That's it.
Okay.
We've got a new series coming to you. Father and son, Rich the Main, and my dad. You know it's a madness because it's a brand new thing that I'm bringing to you. And you already know I always drop it with style. So this is what we're doing. You get me? Introduce yourself, the big man.
I'm the big man. I'm the dad. Dennis Lloyd.
It's not the big man, but
Dennis Lloyd. Dennis Lloyd.
that's Dennis right there. Singer, artist, father, headache,
Here we go.
someone's partner, you know, one day maybe a husband,
Here
you
we
know.
go.
You know, my mum liked him at one stage. There's bare things going on. You get it? Loads of things was going on, and it's happened. You get me? And now we're here. These episodes will be based on like just life in general and relationships between father and son, and just not just us. Use lot.
Yep.
That's what it's about.
That's
It's
right.
about focusing on building communities with their fathers in it, building communities with their family, their fathers. Everybody wants to talk about everything else, but we rarely see us lot talk about our fathers because it's a
Fathers.
masculine thing. You know, you see me sitting here looking all in shape and that, looking all 10 and stuff, but we never really talk about.
This is what I got to put up with.
You get me? We never really talk about our fathers and like, and even and the negatives and the positives. It's a lot of negative. We don't really talk about both, so that's what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I like how he's emphasized on the word fathers rather than dad. There's a difference for me. You know what I'm saying? Playing the role, being there, even if you weren't there, but now it's to be there, fathering the role, and dad just passing through.
Many years he was a dad.
Yeah, he said
Many
that.
years he was
Many
a
years
dad.
I was a dad.
You get me?
Put myself in that one, didn't it?
He set himself up. Many years he was a dad, and
yeah,
many years I feel like that's how it goes, and it like he was a dad, and he done the pop up thing. And but what's crazy is that for me personally, it was an exciting time when you done the pop up stuff. I'll be real.
explain. Let's explain what the
Now,
pop up thing is.
You know what it is? All right. So growing up, the pop up thing for me was I'll be chilling. Yeah, look at the trash in the place. Huh? You might as well smash up the shop, man. Now, but for me,
Leave that.
yeah, it should be alright. It should be alright. So growing up, for me, it was like, and which I've realized happens to a lot of kids now. A lot of excitement when dad not there, but dad pops up and they see dad, and it's like, oh, I've seen dad, and dad would give him a 20 or 30. Back then, 20 or 30, a 40. Maybe these days it might be a 50.
Oh.
Yeah, or dad would come and grab them the one-off weekend, do a madness, theme parks, drop back. Dad is a superhero. That's how it works. And
that's a dad.
The dad.
That's a dad.
And we get it mixed up with dads and fathers because being a father means you're there all like for everything, and that means you fall out. That means you have ups and downs. That means they tell you no sometimes. That means they don't do all the fun stuff with you.
That's right.
They do everything with you, and it's like they're there for all of the problems, the negatives and the positives. And I feel like we get it mixed up. And so for me, growing up, it was like maybe if it was once a year, I'll pop up and see you. Like I'll see you. That was an exciting time for me. You know what I mean? And it's like I understand now that it was an exciting time, but as you get older, it has its effects.
Yes, because it's a pop up.
It's not good enough.
It's a pop up.
It wasn't good enough, bro.
But you know when I was popping up at the time,
it wasn't good enough.
Let me tell you a little bit about when I was popping up.
Tell them what you was doing, though.
Look, okay.
Tell them what you was doing.
Let me go back to the beginning. In the beginning, like there's a jungle out there.
Man thought he was a galley, bro.
There's a jungle out there, and unfortunately, when you're younger, you've gone into the jungle because you got to bring in food for the family. We call it the jungle. That's society. And
I was eating. You know what? Food for you?
Food for the family.
What for?
I
got. Okay.
Food for the family.
Yeah.
And sometimes the reason why the word pop up comes along because there was not always food there for the family. I'm out there hustling, and never satisfied with what I'm getting. So I think it's a bit selfish in a way. And I'll speak on behalf of dads who do this. You know, you're out there hustling, and you're never satisfied with what you're bringing in. So you don't think it's that time to pop up and be the dad.
Mm.
You know, and then there's times there's a thing called conscience. You think, you know what, you need to go and find out where your boy is or see what he's going on with.
That's when you'd pull up, right?
That's when I pull up, and guess what? It's bad because I pull up in style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember
pull up in big cars.
Let me tell you about the time when I pulled up. Right, the police were hassling him as a youth on the road, trying to get a new name on their list. You know, and they've had them all against the wall. And I drove past. Remember
went on Wicked. Yeah, went on Wicked
on the high street. They drove down the road, and I thought, I had a convertible then. I park up a convertible, jumped over the door, don't open the door, jump over the door, and the police have lined him up and about 4 other guys, and I got in and I says, "Oi, he's with me." Pulled him out the crowd. I says, "Go find somebody else." So what did we do? We didn't open the door. We both jumped over the door and done that to the police.
Yeah, and drove
and that was me being a dad.
That was that.
Packed up in style, took my boy out in style. They never touched him again after that.
No, the kind of did, but
But I'm saying that was me popping up. To me, in my younger days, that type of pop-up was a show-off pop-up. Right?
That's what I mean. So the pop-up for me was like, that's what it was. It isn't it? It's a show pop-up. I've done it. So it is a short pop-up because you can only, for instance, you got Saturday or Friday and Saturday. You only got to spend and pattern up and enjoy this weekend and then send them back home. Yeah. And it's not long term.
It's not enough.
No. And to you, I done my bit. Like, nah, it's not enough at the end of the day because what you need to do, you need to focus on building that child up and
being the father.
Yeah. So obviously it gets that. But as we are now, we are close, we get along. We fall out every now and again because we have similar mindsets on certain things or opposites attract, whichever way it is.
Well, your missus is always saying, "You're just like your son." To me, I'm thinking, no, he's just like his dad.
Yeah, this man, he's a nagger. I say that with the face. I'm making the nagger.
I don't call it nagging. Yeah, I'll call it trying to get a point across.
And since he's been getting since the beard's gone grey. Yeah, since we're getting older, yeah. You know what it was? When when we first started going and doing loads of things, he was super cool, dad.
Yeah.
You get it? As it got older and that, it started becoming like, yo, what's going on over there? Like he's always talking about, but then I've realized for myself, as I'm growing older and I'm a dad now, I'm like, yo, life kind of starts catching up with you. You become like you said, you're focused on trying to change the whole generational wealth on your family, the people that you love. And it's like, okay, then what happens is because you're so focused on that, it's like you're not paying enough attention over there. But as a man, I believe that's what we do regardless. Yeah. Our whole energy and being is to make sure, even if it sometimes takes up the time, we can't help it, but trying to graft and put in 100%. And then we get stick from our kids.
Yeah.
You get me? Because I'm a dad now. I'm a dad. I'm there for my ones. And I feel like I still don't get the same appreciation anyway. But I'm going to do what I got to do to try and, so they can wake up and be like, you know what? This is all ours. This is what we've got. Yeah. Right. Or rather than just be like, oh, he took us here. He took us there. I don't want it to just be that. I want it to be, you can hate me now, but one day you're going to look back and say, he's done all that.
For us.
He's done all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's how we are. Yeah. So that's an introduction on a little short backstory.
Yeah, just abbreviating between father and dad. And just explaining what I mean when we talk about dad and father. I admit being a dad and doing the pop-up.
You enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
No, I was enjoying it.
What's mad?
I really enjoyed myself, really.
You know why he was a stunter. He was a stunter because I would turn up to his work here. And I swear, I remember it like it was yesterday. He used to run a security firm, but he still works and runs a security firm. I used to turn up to his work, and he would get paid for maybe one job or something in an envelope. And he would come to me and say, "Oh, go on, there you go," and give me the whole envelope. So maybe as a youth back then, 150, 120 in the whole envelope. And I used to look forward to that envelope, yeah. But when I weigh it up and that, this is what's happening. I go to his office. He said, "Come check me, man. We'll do something. We'll get some food." I go to his office. He's working. I sit down in his office. No phones back then. Don't get no phones. Doing nothing for hours. And then he would finish the day with get envelope and I'd be like, yo. But obviously he's working in it. So he just said, come down and spend time. But at least, we got to spend that time. But at the same time, it's like, he was a stunter. I know he was a stunter.
I think it was more to show you what I'm doing, put you in the mindset of getting busy doing a business. Maybe the envelope that you'd probably receive at the time was just to make you know that there's a pay at the end of the day. So that, you know, this is an option you can take rather than take the other option, which a lot of you take the other option and end up finding themselves in the hands of the law. So I'm thinking, being a dad, I think there's a bit of being both, father and dad, because the concern was there to show you what I've got, to give you what I've got, so you can then start to follow suit and do the same thing rather than going the opposite way. So in a way, to me, I was being both father and dad at the time. But I wanted to show you what I've achieved or what I've got. Manager of a company. Get that mindset in your head as well to be a manager of a company. We're not, because I'm trying to tell my son, you ain't a follower, you're a leader. And we ain't no followers out here, we're leaders. But a lot of people, kids don't know that they're leaders. Get mixed up in a crowd of people who, and then you start to follow them. You still feel sometimes inside of you that you ain't supposed to be there.
Nah, I can't do it.
Because you're a leader. Right. You know,
I can't do it. I can't do it.
He's proven he's a leader.
I can't. You know, I've tried. I think I've lasted like 2 days, like under people, like I'm working under people, and my head just says, "Listen, nah." Because personally, you know, I feel like if I do work in a company, I feel like I can run the same company. Not run, I can open the same company. I can build the same company. I can really take that company somewhere else. So if I'm going to work for you, you need to be aware that I want to take your company to the best it can be. So it's like, for me, that's how I've grown. And it could be just watching what you've done or watching things around me and growing, and just even being on the roads when I was doing roads, everything added up into one, and it's just made me realize, no. There's no company that I will walk in, no door I will walk through and be like, oh yeah, we're going to make this simple today. We're going to have a simple business. You know what I mean? If you're growing plants, then the plants that I grow need to be the best plants. You get what I'm saying?
Well, let's pedal back a bit. Let's just talk a bit about, in your days,
my days
of dancing.
I gone way back. Why people do this?
People dancing on.
People go back to the dancing.
But let's talk about genetics as well, because
he can't dance.
What are you talking about?
I'm not even.
I was on back then.
You know, listen, I've never. Oh, wait there. I've never.
You don't want me to talk about.
You can talk about dancing. Wait there. I've never, even when I was a kid, right? To say, from a certain age, you've always talked about art.
Person is double talking about him dancing.
He can't dance.
Listen, if you know about Channel 4,
stand up and show them the stand up and show them.
Don't do that. Don't do that. There was a program on.
Yeah, bro. Stand up and show them.
There was a program on Channel 4. Back then we were doing robotics. Anybody that watches this, you might not know if I call some of the names like Crazy Legs and you know,
Channel 4
break dancing, and body popping. You know, I love that kind of stuff back then.
And you done it on Channel 4?
They came to me and my mates to put us on a series for.
Did you do the series? Channel 4, send me the series.
We went to Canada.
Channel 4, send me the series. This is mad. Channel 4, send me the series.
Channel 4, please.
Obviously, you've got it. They've got it. They have to have it.
We recorded it at Cannon Hill Park years ago. Now,
Cannon Hill Park, Channel 4.
Yes.
Years ago, Dennis. What was his name then? Dennis Lloyd. We go for that. Yeah. Because he changed his name.
We called ourselves Time Warp.
Time Warp. Yeah. He changed his name often. Yeah. Monthly. So what I'm saying, we'll go for that. Yeah, we'll do that.
So let's talk about it then. So
when I was a dancer,
when he was a dancer, it's a strange thing because a lot of dads are not communicating with their sons. They're not with them at all. But in a strange way, I was doing my security work at the time, and I remember we had a job, a contract. We had a contract at the Alexander Theatre in Birmingham City Centre, and there was a massive show on there, and we had the contract for it. And I thought, wow, couldn't wait for this. And I've got, Alexander, we've deployed those security guards.
About 5,000 to 8,000 people,
God, yeah. Right? Busy. So we've deployed security guards everywhere with radios. And this is a true story. And I'm standing at the back admiring my security team out there looking good and they're on point. And then they're giving out trophies now for the best performances.
Come on.
And I haven't seen my son in years because I was being a dad.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Years. I'm talking years.
And on that day, they said, the winner at the competition.
Don't say my name. Said my name.
Is, you want me to say your name?
No.
Well, they call his name.
Rich&dadshow.
And I said, that's my boy.
Yeah.
That's when I thought, being selfish, I'm going to take claim. That's my boy now.
The man popped.
I told everybody
that's bro. Huh?
I told everybody.
I'm a dingy.
I told everybody that's the boy. Now, to me, that was selfish because I should have found him before I saw him in a like
I was thinking I was
in
about
highlights.
60. I think about 60.
Before I saw him in the spotlight, I should have found him, but I found him
Maybe
getting a
50.
presentation in front of about 5,000 people.
Yeah, I smashed it.
Smashed
And
it.
that was like that show there. What's mad about that is that so I've got to that show. That's the finals. Remember that show there took about 8 months to get to the finals. Big show back then. Your time to shine. Big show.
Big show.
Use like if you still got the video, send me the videos, man. Stop messing about, man. So
He could
big,
dance.
yeah, big show. So we've done that. Got to the finals. Jamelia was one of the hosts, and that she was big then, remember. So we're going through it, and that we've done that, and then I've got to the venue, big venue. Ram, wow, this is crazy. And you know what? It's mad. I've asked. Someone said to me, yo, because people know back then, at 15, 16, I'm looking for my dad now. Like I'm at the age where I'm searching now. Yeah, so people, is that all right? So people have asked, someone come up to me and said, yo, your dad's here. He's firm? That's not ringing, is it? Is he firm? So I said, all right, cool. Where is he? So I'm looking for him. I'm saying, yo, where's this? I'm looking for him. But I'm not sure what. Remember, I'm still not too sure what it looks like, bro. It's mad. You get it? Because I only see him once off. So I'm still not sure if I'm talking to a man, that's him. Because it's no lie. No lie, because I'm looking for him. Because I ain't seen him for years now. The little pop-up stopped. So I'm looking for him now. And it's like, I've gone on stage, done my thing. Bam, won and that. I've won the show. Your time to shine, winner. Congratulations. You're meant to get some mad contract, this, that. I got skank me as well. Your time to shine, you're in trouble. Like, but yeah, I'm big now. I'm ready. Tonight, yeah, cool. We've done that. And then all of a sudden, I've come off the stage, winner. Dad's over there. Walking over there. So he might be looking for me now, like he just said. I'm already walking that direction because I don't care. I'm searching for you still. Get me? Walked over. You see me? Oh, big combo. Well done. Like he never left. Yeah, vibe. But I'm gassed. You get me? And
I was gassed.
And then from there we started doing little things. I'm building up. You know what I mean?
But I'll tell you why I was gassed. I was gassed because I saw myself in him when he had to go back and dance after picking up the trophy. He had to do a little 1-2 move just to show, the crowd.
Go back on stage.
And I thought, he thinks he's got that from himself.
You can't dance.
He got it from me.
You can't dance.
And up till today, he'll say to everybody, "No, I never got it from you."
Well, I've never.
You got it from me.
Imagine saying you can dance and no one's ever seen you dance. Huh? You know what's mad? That's wild. At least with me, people say, "Yo, I get messages now. Do you remember Body Popper?" Like, yeah. Do you remember doing this? No.
I think I got into the place where taking up a security company, you don't want to be dancing.
Got two left
People
feet.
have got to take you serious. So I didn't have time to dance.
Two left feet.
If I take the missus out, I can dance, mate.
You can whine. Shoot, that's hurting.
So we spoke about the dancing part. Anyway,
so went there.
That was a good.
But you know what?
That's a good connection.
You know, from that, what a lot of people don't know about me is that, while all that was happening, yeah. Remember, I was passionate. I've always tried to bring my family together. Always, I do research. I want to know my ancestry. This, that. I've always tried to, and that, I went to the library, Birmingham Library, right, and they had books, and in them books had your name, but not just your name. Anybody with your name that's registered.
Yeah.
All the way through them books, yeah. And I went to the library. And I think I took about 100 names and addresses, bro. No lie, 100 names and addresses I took. And in this Samwa area, because I know my dad's based somewhere at the time. Someone said, yo, I said, cool. I've knocked every door from here up to just before Warsaw, with that name, yeah? From here. And no lie, as a kid, buses were catching. I've caught the bus. This just shows, yeah, determination. And this I'll carry this on to life now. I've knocked every door. Are you Dennis? No. Are you? And I can tell if it's you, kind of thing. I know if you get me. Are you? And you know what's mad? I probably even knocked. Remember, I didn't know Nan at the time. Rest her soul, man. I didn't know it, and I probably knocked that door. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you at the time, I think you registered with. Yeah. So I probably knocked that door. and not got the right answer.
If my dad had answered the door, that's probably what he'd have thrown you off.
You get what I'm saying? So like that's part of what I went through in order. That was my passion. So when now we come into the situation that we are now, if we argue and fall out, it's not longer than a day, because end of the day, when we didn't have that, I was searching high and low to try and make this work. Why would I even fall out now? People don't get along, and it's the people that you can make up with that are worth staying in your life. The people you can't make up with when you fall out, you don't need them.
Well, I'm always full of surprises, and I come on.
He's
I mean,
irritating.
I thought when you took on that journey on road, doing your thing, and I haven't seen you, and you're cracking on doing your thing, I made sure I kept one ears to find out what's going on where you are. I always knew you was
He
somewhere
knew bits.
around.
You know why he knew bits?
New bits.
Mine's damn bells. Nah, you know what it was? He used to come up to me, he was doing the security, saying,
I
"Yo,
knew where he was, but
you know, after when we started like meeting up and doing stuff, I feel like you was on the doors in it a lot, and a lot of doormen were saying, "Yo, that's your son," because I was running the place for my generation, kind of thing. And it's like,
do me a favor, really, some of the times, because
you used to tell me all the time, innit? Yo, do you know that?
do me a favor. Some of the youths would calm down when they found out that was his dad, and I thought, what's going on? Has he got that kind of rep? And then I used to hear. I've even had people come to me when I'm on the job, and they want to rear up, and they want to fight, and then I'm angry now. But they've gone away. You see, tomorrow when they come back, I'm thinking it's on because I'm prepared for them. They've only come back to apologize. Like someone's told them, do your homework, find out who that is, and they've come back and apologize. These are Somalians and all sorts of other people who are in gangs. Used to always come back after like they've had a chat with somebody for someone to say, you know whose son that is. So in a way, I'm not bigging up the things we do on road to get reputation.
Them times it was what it was, isn't it?
Well, it helps the dad.
Yeah.
It's really bloody well helped the dad.
Yeah, them times it was
you know
what it was.
Do you know whose son that is? Do you know whose dad that is? And I thought, wow. But he's reached the stage now where he doesn't need that. And
it helps a little bit now, but not.
Well, it does. You know, I've had to threaten people by, don't let me get my son to you.
I mean, now he's shouting people saying, "Don't let me get your son." The only thing I'm gonna do is turn up and say, "Listen, mate, I don't want no trouble, right? Now trouble, right? Can we just go home? I don't want you to beat him. It's my dad." You know what I mean? You're not gonna get that type of headache.
I never get into that place where people want to beat me up. You know,
one thing I can say though, like in his time though, I've always, even when I'm in the gym now, if I go to the gym now with my dad, boxing is the person that would train you and set you up for boxing, and you've trained some legends, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's trained some legends, man. So
even you know, we've got the manager of the Legacy Centre. He's about 7 foot. Everybody knows Cypher.
Yeah.
If you speak to Cypher will tell you that when he was doing kickboxing, full contact kickboxing, it was me, the short fella, that was training the big guy, and he won. Yeah. He won his fights.
We fell out once, and you know, went off, and that's another story for the other episode of podcast. I'm gonna show you how we have fell out, and he can box. He showed me.
Well, you know what? I heard my granddaughter say to her dad, "Dad, if you and Granddad was to get into it, who would win?" Guess what the answer was? It's a good answer. He said, "With speed, I'd have no chance against my dad. But if I ever hold him, if I ever hold him, I thought that perfect answer. Because look at the size of the guy.
Rapid, man.
Look at the size of the guy. Yeah. But you know what? I don't need to worry about it because I've got good friends around me. Big up Mulovic. I'm a team, the security team. You know when I discovered Mulovic, I said, you know what? He reminds me of me. So guess what? I'm going to give the baton. He's took the baton. He's my bodyguard.
That's family right there. You get me? Like, obviously, this is just an introduction to what we're going to be doing, and a quick backstory on how we've got to here.
Yeah.
You know, and from moving forward, what we will do with this, we will talk about just great things that happen, good things, bad things, just everything, and just how people can build on their relationship with their parents, their fathers especially, and just what we can do.
Because I'm actually trying to say that fathers, I'm not saying dads, fathers out there, if you've not got that connection with your son,
make it happen, man.
Not disrespecting the daughters and the sisters. We're talking about the sons and dads here now, and fathers and sons.
I mean, I'm a girl dad, so daughters as well.
But we're dealing today with
because daughters are seeming to forget that daddy is the man, and you're forgetting that.
But fathers do this.
I'm not pointing one sec, Dad. I'm not pointing at no one, but you're forgetting that.
Listen, fathers out there, listen. This is all about you.
One sec, Dad. I'm not. Listen, daughters. It's emotional.
Go on, get emotional.
No, because the daughters just break my heart. Daughters will break your heart every time.
Get emotional.
Daughters, nah, you know what it is? Us dads love our daughters,
you can cry.
They break our heart, man.
You can cry and say if you like.
No. I'm not going to do it.
So,
what was you saying?
So the thing is, this is a message to all fathers out there. If you're not got that connection with your son, get it. Because I'm looking at how serious things are today with the amount of deaths on young age and mental crisis on young age. I'm saying if you have not got that connection with your sons, fathers, go get them. And take this podcast as an example. We can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
This is what this is all about. If we can do it, you can do it. And get that unit tighter, because there's a rat race out there and people are passing away out there. You need to know that your son is okay. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this, and this is why he's doing this, because he wants to show the unity between fathers and sons, so we can get a closer society. Because you know, divide and conquer. It's been on our case for years.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the family unit back together again.
100%.
So this is what this is all about. So
yeah,
keep tuning in.
He went serious with it. You get me?
Keep tuning in.
No,
but he's doing well. He's doing well.
Yeah, I am. I'm doing very well. But we don't want to get too much into that. You know who's watching. You know that I'm climbing the ladder. I'm an entertainer now. You know, social media. That's what we do. We build and we create and we help people build their businesses also. But again, you get to know all that from watching the other episodes.
Yeah, loads more stories to tell. Loads more stories to tell.
From this, comment, like. When I do put it up to my YouTube, subscribe. At first, it's going on my Instagram, so you'll be watching it from my Instagram right now. That's about it for now. We're not going to go too crazy with it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to introduce my dad for the first episode. Make sure you tune in. You know what time it is. Your boy Rich and Mr.
Dennis.